Good morning. Good morning on this thoughtful Tuesday. It's so wonderful to be before you, just running a little behind this morning. Um, my daughter has her little dog here, and he gets up early with me sometimes. So it was kind of running me a little behind. And so, anyway, good morning. Good morning on this thoughtful Tuesday on Morning Tea with Regina. Today, I wanted to talk about growth involves tension. Yes, good morning. Good morning, Sandra. Growth involves tension. So, what is tension? Tension is stretching. Tension is stretching. So, think about it as a rubber band. If I had a rubber band, then the usefulness, good morning, Erica, for a rubber band would be that its ability to be stretched and used. Good morning, Deborah. So think about me having a rubber band. So I'm stretching it, right? And the usefulness of a rubber band is to use it to hold something together. So that is what stretching is about, right? You stretch. So growth involves stretching. Stretching, this rubber band that I'm talking about, again, is for its usefulness to hold something together. But say that I let it limp or leave the rubber band laying down, right? Good morning, Alicia. If I was to do that, then the rubber band is just there. It's not existing for what it was really created to be used for. The rubber band is just there. So the rubber band, let's think of the rubber band in that point as being average. The rubber band is just showing up. That's what the rubber band is doing. It's just showing up. So if average is just showing up, then think of that as being mediocrity. And there's no goal setting really in mediocrity, because mediocrity is just average. When I have to do a survey or an assessment as a clinician, one of the questions that could be on there to ask the individual, do you consider yourself to be average, above average? And most people would say, good morning, Marcia, would say average. Oh, I don't think there's anything special about me. They would say average. Very rare do I have someone to say that I'm above average. So think about average. Average is the ability just to show up. It involves mediocrity. But when I look at being exceptional, above average, then that person is probably stretching themselves. So the stretch is where you want to be, where you are, to where you want to be. That's the stretch. And the tension is lost when there's no stretching. So what is comfort zone? We all have our comfort zones, right? Everybody does. Comfort zone is characterized as doing the same thing the same time the same type of thing with the same people, then asking, why did this happen? It's almost like that, you hear people say insanity, right? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting the same result. So comfort zone is doing the same thing at the same time, with the same people, then asking, why did this happen? So you can look at that even as insanity. The thing to think about in both of those is that it doesn't require growth. It's just average. It's just mediocrity. It's just showing up. That's the only thing it is. So living is getting beyond your comfort zone. That's when life starts. When we get beyond our comfort zone. I thought that was really powerful. Something to really walk with and think about. That life begins when we get beyond our comfort zone, because now we are stretching into what we believe we've been called to do. So here's a quote. God's gift to us is potential. That's God's gift to us. Everybody has potential. I remember when I heard a woman preacher say, and this is when I was a young adult, many years ago, she said that there are a lot of young people with potential in the grave. That really bothered me when she said that. I was like, wow, what? But as I've gotten older, I hear her. Not only young people, just period. Because unfortunately, most of us are existing in average. We're not trying to stretch ourselves. So there are a lot, hey Vanetta, of us not accessing our potential, because our gift to God is doing something with our potential. God gift to us is potential. Our gift to God is making something and doing something with it. So just think about that. So how do we get out of our comfort zone? So I'll start here for today, because we'll talk about it a little more on Thursday. We have to think about our abilities. What are our strengths? What are they? Think about what they are. I have challenged myself for the next 30 days. Good morning. To go to bed at 9 o'clock. Between 9 and 9:30. I have challenged myself to do that. To go to bed. Now, let me just share this with you. I am not up because I am watching television. I literally tap out at 9 o'clock. I fall asleep on the sofa. That's where I fall asleep, right there on the sofa, because in my mind, I have told myself that I am spending time with my husband. That this is our time where I can spend time. And as soon as I sit down and 9 o'clock hit, I'm out. Literally out. So I challenged myself recently to stop doing that. Now, I have challenged myself like that before. And what I have found, that I am the most productive when I get a real early start. Now, when I tell people I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 anyway, they would say, ooh, that's an ungodly hour. I can't believe, girl, no, I'm not getting up at that time. Well, see, this is another thing that I know about going to bed at 9 o'clock. I get up at 4 a.m. in the morning and sometimes 3 a.m. in the morning. To me, that's ungodly. And I'm like, body, let's just get up at 4:30. You know what I mean? 5 o'clock is good. They say we need 8 hours of sleep. No, I wake up. So I've challenged myself to go to bed and allow myself to get up at 4 or 3 o'clock in the morning and be productive. Today, I have to admit to you, I woke up at 2:30 this morning, and I was like, that's just ungodly. Get God, please. And I laid there until about 3 o'clock, and as I saw I wasn't going back to sleep, I got on up and I was really productive. I'm able to get things done. That's my strength. As much as I don't really care for getting up that early, I think 5 o'clock is good, my body thinks something else. And I've decided to go along with it. Hello, just do it. And I get a lot done. Now, my weaknesses, I have tried to really strengthen myself in my writing skills. That's something that I've challenged myself throughout the years to make sure that has become a strength. I wrote a book, which I've shared with you guys, Mommy, I Need You. But I had to also have others who were editors to help me in making sure that my sentence structures and everything was correct. That was important to me, to put out a good book. But I still work on it and have worked on it. But I know for other people, that is really their strength. So I want to employ them to do that, particularly when I'm writing a book. I used to more often than not, I used to call up a girlfriend and send over a memo or correspondence that I needed to get out. But now they have made Grammarly, and I love it. So it helps me a lot in my writing. My strength, like I said, is getting up in the morning. But I need to prepare for speaking, for training. I'm at my best that early in the morning. But that's stretching me. That's taking me out of my comfort zone. That's taking me off the couch, going to the bed, laying my body down, and then getting up to be productive with a focus. That's stretching me. Because I would like to just get up at 5, 6 even, but I have accepted 5. Now I need to accept 4. 2:30, pray. Okay, just pray. But I'm just sharing, taking me out my comfort zone. And when we are taken out of our comfort zone, remember, life begins at the end of our comfort zone. I want to thank you for joining Morning Tea with Regina on Thoughtful Tuesday. My name is Regina Hall. I'm a speaker, trainer, and coach. I desire to help women through transforming their minds and their emotions by journeying in self-acceptance, personal authenticity, and adding value to others. I encourage you to go on my website, reginachall.com, to also go to my business page, Enlightened Heart Services. I have a group of Facebook group called Enlightened Hearts. Join, women. I would really love to connect with you. But men, I want to thank you as well for coming and showing up and telling me that you are also getting something out of what I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I really want to make sure that I'm giving you my best. And that's why it's important for me to get up and get the work done early. Thanks so much for joining. The Lord willing, I will see you on Thankful Tuesday. And let this be the challenge. Stretch today. That's a call to action. Whatever it is that you say you no longer want to exist that way, come out of your comfort zone. Thanks for joining. God bless you. See you soon. Bye-bye now.